So good news is I found an eastern hognose snake. Bad news is she played dead on me, unfortunately. Got it. That there is my lifer Buttermilk Racer. I have never seen a snake preying on a spider before. This is absolutely awesome. And right after the hog and Buttermilk Racer, I am in East Texas today near Houston. And the objective is to find a very sought after snake that many herpers come to this area looking for. And it is the Buttermilk Racer. Similar to the, say, southern black racers that we have in Florida, except that they're covered in these crazy looking white speckles. And I've been to Houston a couple times, been in range of them maybe once, and I did not see any. So back here this weekend with the hopes of finally seeing one. That would be really cool, and I would love to show it to you guys. See what happens. It is not a Buttermilk Racer, but with a little bit of hiking, we did just find our first snake of the day. Maybe 15 minutes in, not even. This is a western ribbon snake, quite a bit different looking than the ones that we get locally near Austin. Very black with some interesting like yellow striping on the top. Oh, check out that blue chin too. I've heard about this quite a bit with these eastern Texas populations, but it's got a nice blue chin up under the head. Really good looking mint blue on this animal. Very feisty. Did just spot it right here, just kind of making its way across the trail, and I just barely grabbed it before I got into the weeds. But this is a really good sign. I mean, snakes are moving. Quite a common species, but super cool. I am getting covered in mosquitoes. I mean, Houston is notoriously bad for mosquitoes, but I'm just gonna enjoy this snake here for a minute, take some pictures. It's not too happy with me, but I'm very happy to see it. Calm down, buddy. Hold on. It can get quite a bit bigger than this, especially females. This looks to be, that might be a male. It's hard to say for sure, but great looking snake. Just one last look. These are part of the Thamnophis genus with garter snakes, so they do hunt mainly amphibians and fish and things like that in its habitat along these little small ponds in the area, especially when they dry up and the fish and tadpoles are struggling for their lives. These will come in and pick them up, make an easy meal. Beautiful snake though. All right, I'm gonna release it. I'm gonna keep looking around. Good sign. A plant that has decimated the herper population to near extinction for generations. Crazy to think one plant could do so much. First glance, this looks like a massive spider web, but if you take a closer look, looks to be some type of silk or inchworm. There's a ton of them just coming together to, I guess for protection. You see them wiggling around, some kind of defense mechanism, I'm sure. Check out all those crazy silk webs. Got a green anole right there. We got our second or third green anole. Second green anole. Another big female. I have seen one snake since that first ribbon that we caught, and it was another ribbon, very large one actually, but it disappeared so quickly I had no chance of getting it. But that's it so far. 2 snakes, both ribbons. Surprisingly, our first adult male that we've seen. All the green anoles before this were females, but very pretty too. He's really showing off. So this is not at all what I just came here looking for, but I just found an eastern hognose snake. Oh my God. Now that is cool. My second one ever near East Texas, Houston area. This one's in blue. It's not the prettiest I've seen. I actually thought it was a cottonmouth at first, but that is definitely an eastern hognose. So cool. So good news is I found an eastern hognose snake. Bad news is she played dead on me, unfortunately. Not terribly surprised. I wanted to get her out of the grass here where I found her so I could get a better look at her, but she pretty much immediately played dead on me, unfortunately. It's not totally ideal for this to happen, but it's really not super detrimental or anything to the snake. Just kind of a temporary defensive position, but she'll definitely come back to normal very soon. She crapped everywhere too. All kinds of musk. Holy crap though. That is my third eastern hognose ever, second near Houston, Texas, and these are a really cool find still. It's a shame that it's not at a shed, but still, I mean, an eastern hognose is always a win, especially when it's 85 degrees outside. In case y'all were wondering how bad the mosquitoes are in Houston, yeah. All right, so the plan is I'm gonna let this snake sit here for a few minutes and see if she comes back to life on it for us. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna walk around a little bit, see if maybe there's a buttermilk hanging out in the area. But she'll definitely spring back very soon, so hopefully we can get that on camera. So right in front of me is a juvenile Buttermilk Racer. Maybe even a baby. It's pretty small, but it's got a little bit of speckling. I'm gonna see if I can get my hands on it right there, right after the hognose too. Got it. That there is my lifer Buttermilk Racer. This one's got a little bit of speckling. And they gain more and more as they get older. Some of them even get like speckling on 3/4 of their body, which looks insane. But this is a really young one. They start out as babies looking like your typical black racer and then gain more speckling as they grow every shed. Such a pretty snake though. This one looks like it's fresh out of shed too. You could see that crazy iridescence on it in the sun. So cool. Being racers, they'll hunt pretty much other snakes, lizards, amphibians. Really cool snakes. Look at that blue too. So I wanted to walk back over and see how this hog was doing right after I got the buttermilk. I mean, and they were roughly 30 to 50 feet from each other, so super close. She's already come back to life. You can see she's closed up her mouth. She's even got a little isopod hanging out on her that thinks she's dead. Here's the buttermilk though. Look at that. Only a ribbon to show for a little bit. And then one after another, we got a hog, an eastern hognose, and a little Buttermilk Racer, my lifer here. Heck yeah, I'm gonna grab some pictures, let them go, and then we'll keep looking because I guess the snakes are out. All right, so I'd rather not pick her up again, but I do want to put her a little bit closer to where I found her in her grass patch. I mean, it's probably 20 feet away, but just want to get her a little bit closer, and then we'll let this buttermilk go. That's about right where I found her. And she'll come right back to life. Nothing to worry about there. Just glad I got to see one. How cool is that? You always see stuff that you don't expect to when you're looking for other species, of course. But hey, I got my target too, so I'm happy. There goes the buttermilk. There goes the Buttermilk Racer right there. Found it right here, so it's always important to let them go back where you found them so that they can be familiar with the area. You don't want to, you know, accidentally relocate one to an area it's not familiar with where it can't necessarily hunt the way it would in the area that it's grown up in. There she goes. So I just walked up on a super weird observation. There's a rough green snake right here on the ground, which is a little weird as it is, but it happens to be preying right now on a wolf spider that it looks like it found in a burrow. This is crazy. I've never seen one eating alone, but I have never seen a snake preying on a spider before. This is absolutely awesome. And right after the hog and Buttermilk Racer. What a weird day. All right, so it hasn't really been eating, at least that I've seen since I've been here. It's just been kind of sitting there, but I'm not going to disturb it much longer. I've just never seen anything like this in my life. So, and I know that they eat arachnids because they're, you know, they readily eat like different kinds of arthropods, like invertebrates, stuff like that. But I've never actually seen one eating a spider or anything really, as I mentioned, but I can't imagine it's incredibly common to witness. That's crazy though. In the heat of the day like this, I'd imagine a wolf spider's not going to be out and about like that. I would not be surprised if this snake actually found a burrow or chased one into one and kind of pulled it out, which is kind of crazy to think about. But I mean, again, in the heat of the day like this, I just can't imagine a wolf spider out and about in 85 plus degrees. So what a cool observation. I don't know if you guys have ever seen anything like this. Let me know in the comments if you have, but definitely a first for me. What a weird day. Saw 2 ribbons, a Buttermilk Racer, and a Eastern Hognose snake, and now a rough green snake eating. What a cool observation. All right, here's your last look at this rough green snake eating, and I'm gonna keep walking and look around a little bit more before we head out. It's crazy though that they're just, the snakes are really out now. Got another male green and all, good sized one too. Looks like she finished that wolf spider. Now that I'm looking at her too, she looks like she's probably gravid, so needs food to nourish not only yourself but the babies. So that was a pretty crazy few hours. For a little bit there, I had only seen a couple ribbon snakes and some lizards and stuff, but I was starting to think maybe it was gonna just be too hot a day to see anything, even though it felt good early on. And then I was like, let me check out one more area close by. And sure enough, after 10 minutes maybe, I see an Eastern Hognose snake out basking, and then a Buttermilk Racer right after that, and then 15 minutes later, a rough green snake eating a wolf spider. Super interesting, but it's getting super hot out now and it looks like the finds are starting to slow down a bit. So I'm gonna head out, go grab some food in a little bit here with Sarah, and then I think I might go back out to, tonight in a different area, do a little bit of road cruising since it should be pretty warm tonight. So I think snakes will be moving. Out doing some cruising tonight, and we got a beautiful, almost probably newborn or close to it, diamondback water snake. We have definitely seen these before, but feisty little guy. Oh, dead snake, dead diamondback. Wow. Let's see if we can get a picture of this little guy before he disappears. He was in a good spot to avoid wheels. Here's another look at this gorgeous little diamondback water snake. Again, we have definitely seen these before, but love a cute little water snake. Super cool. Well, the snakes are definitely moving now, so we're gonna get back on the road and see what else we can find. That's not creepy at all. Look at their eyes glowing in the light. So we just road cruised a bat. Why is it, man, it's so small. I didn't realize they were that small. Wow. We don't know if it's injured or what. It's just kind of cruising around along the ground right now. I'm afraid it's gonna like fly right into my face. How strange. Nice. Can't say I've ever road cruised a bat before though. Look at that thing. Wow. Here's one last look at this bat. Hope he's okay. Got a little Gulf Coast toad starting to make his way off this road. Got some cars coming, so we're gonna... Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did and you're not already subscribed, make sure to subscribe, like, comment if you enjoy the content, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time.